hello. Are you a customer? Yes, this is a dress shop. How may I assist you? Going to ball? How fortunate. My family and I, we get invitations from the King of England weekly on the clothes that we must design for ladies and men and such. The crown. I am running my father's shop while he's away, business in Budapest. It's somewhere, not quite sure. Regardless, I can assist you. Do you know what style of dress you would like? So, like a modest bodice, okay. You're not trying to attract the king. I heard he has been a bit desperate in these times, but I'm not one to gossip or chat. Okay. So, I have my measuring tape here. I bring it with me everywhere, of course. I find that these things across my memories have been a bit infuriating and insufferable. I can design you a dress. Do you have a specific colour you would like? Okay. So, I can go ahead, I can start measuring you, but it's going to be a bit tedious. Okay, so I'm going to start from the top, about right here, your collarbone and your shoulder. That is something that I must do first. That is the most important part, is getting the main body, and then starting it from there, of course. So, I have my measuring tape here, and I'm going to start measuring you a lot. Quite a bit, actually. Okay, so let's start. Don't mind the colour. It landed in some fabric dye of mine, and it's not doing very well. So, do you have a date that you're taking to the ball? Really? It's quite admirable of you. I've never heard of going with a guy like that. I didn't know he was looking. I would have taken it to myself. Me? Am I going? Of course. If the king relies on my family for business purposes, then of course he will be inviting his biggest investors. Oh yes, I've met the king personally, plethora of times. My date. Jonathan. I hope to see him return soon. He works as a clergy in selling homes and property values. I think in the New World they call it real estate. Have you heard of the New World? I don't wish to see it. I don't think I could leave the motherland. No, I don't believe so. I've stayed in England all my life, and I plan to keep it that way. Budapest, I was invited on, but I decided not to go. I don't want to leave my home. It is strange lands that are foreign to me that I don't feel comfortable going with. Lift up your arm, please. No, I don't need a pen and paper. I'm just that sharp. I did 5 years of schooling, you know. It's 4 times more than the average. Tell you more about Jonathan? Well, of course I will. He's a noble man with excellent tastes. I wish to be wed soon. You know, I don't like to work very much. Well, Jonathan says it's good. Keep my mind sharp, but I don't know. I feel like there's something just pulling me in a different direction. A different voice, if you could say. He speaks to me when I'm alone. Just the oddest thing. Do you get voices? From God. Yes, maybe it is. Okay, right. And do you want sleeves? I forgot to mention. Yes. Okay, well, can you stick out your arms like this for me? Well, is this your first ball? I've been to quite a few, I'd like to say. I've just now become the age where it is socially relevant and appropriate to invite. So, I just kind of go. I would tell you about my dress, but I am trying to keep it a secret. We're using materials imported from Russia. I heard there's bears there. I've never seen a bear. You know, they might terrify me a little bit. Fortunately, I've never had the courtesy of knowing any such thing. You know, I have a friend. She's ginger, and I design dresses for her all the time. I designed a new dress for her. It's called a snake dress. That's what she calls it. And when she whirls around, it sounds like a snake hissing. I designed it by my own self. Jonathan likes my designs. I think that's why he wants me to stay in this business. But like I told you earlier, work is just not for me. I like to rest and dance, garden, to think and write. Things that don't involve me measuring all the time. It's just become tedious, like I said. Okay. And do you want a collar for that modest neck? Like an opening here, an opening, and then a collar right there. I suppose that could work. I'd have to do a couple more measurements, and then we'll go down to torso. So let's see. Just hold still. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bottom bodice. So you really have that person as your date. I may be a bit envious, but not particularly. I've never been with a prince. The idea sounds fascinating itself. Let me adjust my headdress. Oh. You know we do makeup here too. I'm a makeup artist, as they say, but they keep it under wraps. People are always considered wenches nowadays. They're the most meticulous things, I do declare. Okay, so I'm going to start here. So, we have different types of fabrics. I can show you each. I have samples, of course. What kind of shop would we be? So, for the design, I've thought of more of a thermal fabric that's a bit plain, and then the design is a bit on the bottom, which we can design in a different aspect. But first we need to pick a colour, and then we can go forward with making a design. The first colour is our most popular among working women. Not saying you're a working woman, but it would stir up a bit of controversy if you came rolling up in this colour, because the nobles are not familiar with it. Whereas if you're roaming the streets of England, you will find many women with underskirts of this colour in the late winter evenings. So this is definitely a statement colour. And these are all fabrics. Next was the basic. I like this colour. This is probably my favourite colour. It's a bit of a pale pink. If you decided to go with this colour, we can make a very long, poofy train and have layers and tiers with an accent colour, and you can pick that later on if you decide. You can do that for any design. Looks like a newsroom in this color. Next color, it's green color. It's for olive skin tone. Wash you out. Not many people come into my shop buying this color, so if you don't want to match, potentially risk the chance of matching with someone wearing this color, then you're in luck. I've got this grey color, and this looks very interesting from afar. As you can see, it's got like a different kind of pattern in it, almost like a stone, sedimentary rock. Yes, I took many science classes back in school. Okay, this is a very lovely accent color. It's different from a white color. This is more of a off-white, which can pair nicely with one of our accent colors. Oh, main colors, excuse me. I like this color. And then of course we have white and black. Black is very, very bold, of course. So these are most of the main colors from the materials that you would like. Which one? I think that's a really good idea. These two, pink with an accent of white, off-white. I think that's really good. Now for that, we have a lot of people coming in for kind of like a bigger sleeve to even out the pink color. Would you be interested? You would? Okay, I'm gonna have to measure your arm a bit more, but it shouldn't take long. If you can just outstretch your arms again like that. Your arms are even, correct? Okay. So, I can provide a simple sketch of your dress, and then we can have it sewn and articulated to your specific style. How do you feel about bows? They are very fascinating. Ribbons are very in. Have you heard of Marie Antoinette? From France. She is kind of a muse for people in England after her controversial behaviours, but younger women of England like her feminine and delicate sense of style, and how France decided to influence England could be part of myself. My father went on a trip to England and brought me back souvenirs, and I find these quite delicate. So this is a bow. As you can see, poorly made, but it's a bow. And we can have bows in your hair, we can have bows on the bottom of the dress. I have pink and I have white for your colours, of course. Are you familiar with the term coquette? This could be a stepping stone for you in the fashion business. You are somewhat young and relatively new to the monarchy, and I believe that you would benefit greatly from this style. Look how cute and petite. Just look absolutely darling in your hair. I do declare. I have pinks, I have whites. Okay, what do we think? We'll think about it. So you know what I can do for you now? I can sketch the dress, if you ever so please. I'm getting a piece of parchment out. I'm going to sketch the dress. My father has invented this new era of pen. Okay, so we want long bill sleeves that kind of jutted out, and ruffles, of course, which I think is quite lovely. The bodice is a bit modest, with kind of a hard shape detail, I think, to really accentuate the bit over here, making it a bit modest. And the sleeves go like this. With the ruffles, like so. And I think that we said a square neckline. Did you say you wanted a square neckline? Is that correct? Okay. We're making it modest yet fashionable. You must have something there to taunt men of the ball. So kind of a square neckline, limited, with a bit of ruffle from yours truly, because ruffle looks amazing, of course. And then we can have this kind of heart-shaped bodice kind of going in, and then leaving almost like a big gown. We'll have the initial dress, and then layers of tulle, like so. Kind of like a ball. They don't look like balls, but they look big. Gown, kind of going out again. This. I apologize. I've been working tirelessly on my dresses and have not had a time to eat. And I definitely need something like this to kind of make this a bit more accentuated, and then out here is a bit more of a coloured puff with more ruffles to establish hierarchy. And on here we have kind of this is the dress. Obviously it's a rough sketch. I'm not an artist in paper, but an artist in the fabrics. So I have your sleeves, and then as a mortar's touched, we have the ruffle colored bottom. And then up here we have your ruffle neckline. It is a bit square, as we said, and we can add ruffles up on your neck, like a little choker, like that. And then I kind of took inspiration from Belly and I decided to add bows and large trains of ruffles this is the sketch. I have all of your measurements written down. And come in tomorrow for a fitting consultation. I will start to get everything ready and prepared for you tonight as we speak. Okay. It was lovely meeting you for the first time, and I will see